Welcome to this Saturday travel and history tip, and this one I am calling Cityscapes. It all started when I was about 10 and my grandpa retired from Humble Oil, and that is now Exxon. We went to his retirement party in a building downtown Houston, and they had an observation deck, and I think that began my interest in observation towers and tall buildings. The CN Communications and Observation Tower in Toronto, Ontario, Canada was completed in 1976. It was built on former railways lands and it's called CN, which refers to Canadian National, the railway company that built the tower. The Sky Pod was once the highest public observation deck in the world until it was surpassed by the Shanghai World Financial Center in 2008. A metal staircase reaches the main deck level after 1,776 steps. The Sky Pod at 328 feet above that after 2,579 steps. It is the tallest metal staircase on Earth. The CN Tower held the record for the world's tallest freestanding structure for 32 years, from 1975 until 2007, when it was surpassed by the Burj Khalifa, and was the world's tallest tower until 2009, when it was surpassed by the Canton Tower. It is currently the 10th tallest freestanding structure in the world and remains the tallest freestanding structure on land in the Western Hemisphere. It is one of the modern 7 wonders of the world and is an icon of Toronto's skyline, and it attracts more than 2 million international visitors each year. The Shard is a spire-like sculpture emerging from the River Thames. It is a 72-story skyscraper with a total of 95 floors. It stands at 1,016 feet high. It is the tallest building in the UK and the 7th tallest in Europe. It is also the 2nd tallest freestanding structure in the UK. The view from the Shard was opened in February of 2013. The Fensterturm is German for television tower. It is in central Berlin, and it was constructed between 1965 and 1969 by the German Democratic Republic. It is 368 meters tall, including the antenna, and it is the tallest structure in Germany and the 3rd tallest structure in the European Union. When it was built, it was the 4th tallest freestanding structure in the world, after the Ostakino Tower, the Empire State Building, and 875 North Michigan Avenue, then known as the John Hancock Center. The tower has become one of the most prominent symbols of the country, alongside monuments such as the Brandenburg Gate. It is one of Germany's top 10 attractions, with more than 1 million visitors each year. The Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan. It was built in 1930 and 1931, and they called it the Empire State Building after the state's nickname. The roof height is 1,250 feet, and it stands a total of 1,454 feet tall, including its antenna. The Empire State Building was the world's tallest building until the first tower of the World Trade Center was topped out in 1970. Following the September 11 attacks in 2001, the Empire State Building was New York City's tallest building until it was surpassed in 2012. As of 2022, the building is the 7th tallest building in New York City, the 9th tallest completed skyscraper in the U.S., and the 54th tallest in the world, and the 6th tallest freestanding structure in the Americas. One World Trade Center, also known as One World Trade, One WTC, or Freedom Tower, is the main building of the rebuilt World Trade Center complex in Lower Manhattan, New York City. And I'm grateful that I was able to go into the original World Trade Center 1 and go to the observation deck there many years ago. My, how the skyline of Manhattan has changed over the years. One WTC is the tallest building in the United States, the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, and the 7th tallest in the world. The observation deck is on the top floor at 1,268 feet. It has a total of 94 floors, plus 5 below ground. The Willis Tower, originally the Sears Tower, is a 110-story, 1,451-foot skyscraper in the Loop community area of Chicago. It opened in 1973 as the world's tallest building, a title that it held for nearly 25 years. It is the 3rd tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, as well as the 23rd tallest in the world. Each year, more than 1.7 million people visit the Skydeck observation deck, the highest in the U.S., making it one of Chicago's most popular tourist destinations. And we visited one morning and we went back at the sunset. It is one of the greatest things to do in the city of Chicago. It has 108 floors, plus 3 basement floors. And in the basement is where you start your trip to the observation deck. Simply by virtue of standing there and by being the tallest American building built since the 1974 completion of Sears, now Willis Tower, Trump confounds those who predicted after 9/11 that iconic skyscrapers would never be built again. At the same time, Trump's height originally pegged at more than 2,000 feet, but eventually scaled back to 1,362 feet, suggests that the fear spawned by the attacks did have some effect. Blair Kamen, Chicago Tribune, and this is referring to the Trump International Hotel and Tower. It is a skyscraper condo hotel in downtown Chicago. It is next to the main branch of the Chicago River. You can reach it via river taxi or by road. Trump had planned for it to be the tallest building in the world. It topped out in 2009 as the 7th tallest building in the U.S. It surpassed the city's John Hancock Center as a building with the highest residence apartment or condo in the world, and briefly held this title until the completion of the Burj Khalifa. It has 98 floors and 2.6 million square feet. The 1,149-foot Stratosphere Tower is the tallest building west of the Mississippi River. It is also the country's tallest freestanding observation tower and the home of 4 of the world's highest thrill attractions that project riders over the edge from the top of the structure. We had to go one warm summer night. The lights were dazzling and the rides and the views from the tower were indeed thrilling. Built on the 1962 World's Fair site, the contemporary 605-foot Space Needle at Seattle Center dominates the skyline. During the World's Fair, over 2.3 million visitors rode the Needle's elevators. A Blast Pass granted us VIP status and the ability to bypass hundreds of people waiting in line and get immediately onto the elevator. A great perk. Perched at 520 feet, the observation deck is spectacular, providing 360-degree views of the Olympic Mountains, vessels crisscrossing the Puget Sound, and Mount Baker and Mount Rainier in the Cascade Mountains. It was renovated in 2017. The Williams Tower, originally named the Transco Tower, is a 64-story, 1.4 million square foot, Class A postmodern office tower located in the Uptown District of Houston, Texas. Construction began in August 1981 and the building was opened in 1983. And I was able to go inside that tower when it was under construction in 1982, and that was really cool. This has always been my favorite building, and it is among Houston's most visible buildings, as it is the 4th tallest in Texas and the 44th tallest in the United States. The Williams Tower is the tallest building in Houston outside of downtown Houston and is the tallest skyscraper in the United States outside of a city's central business district. It has been referred to as the Empire State Building of the South. On the grounds of the Williams Tower is Waterfall Wall. 11,000 gallons of water per minute spills over the walls of the 64-foot-high fountain. The gabled archway fronting the fountain is reminiscent of an ancient Roman theater stage. So whether you're visiting a city on foot, via monorail, via helicopter, or an observation deck, it's all a part of American history. Learn it. Love it. Appreciate it. Don't let them steal our history. Teach children our American history. And I did say last Saturday that I would talk about frog legs this Saturday, but because we went to the Williams Tower today, I wanted to do the Cityscapes Saturday tip. But next Saturday, we'll go to the frog legs. Hope you watch the Saturday travel and history tips. And if you order all 3 of my books, The Unclassic Road Trip, I'll give you 1 free and free shipping. The total cost is $36. There's the Eastern Edition, the Central Edition, and the Western Edition. And if you appreciate our content, tell others and repost on your social platforms. Thank you.